Have you ever wondered what it would be like if humans had the super skills of animals? But who would be crazy enough to try and fly like a falcon, grip like a gorilla, and swim like a shark? This guy.
I'm Andy Torbett, and this is Beyond Bionic, the show where I try and match the skills of some of nature's most incredible animals.
Action is Andy's middle name. I mean, it's Thomas, but...
And now, I'm using my super skills to take on nature's superheroes in the biggest challenge of my life.
And don't worry, I'm hanging around to make sure he doesn't do anything too extreme. Whoa.
Today, the Beyond Bionic team set me the daunting challenge of taking to the skies, hovering in mid-air like one of the world's most skillful birds. It's time to go Beyond Bionic.
Okay, let's see what you got, Birdman. Right then, Mr. Action Dude. What have you got for us today? Whoa, wait. Andy, what are you doing?
I'm just up here admiring the great views.
Views? Seriously?
Can we try hovering over there?
Cool helicopter, Andy, but A, where are the doors? And B, what are you up to?
Today, I'm looking at nature's very own version of a helicopter.
Okay.
I'm going to try and match its hovering abilities.
Oh, cool. Let me guess. An eagle? A bat? Ooh, a dragonfly? Andy, what are you doing? I haven't got the answer yet. Hey, whoa, sit back down.
If I want to be successful, I won't be using a helicopter.
That's enough showing off. Now get back in.
I've got to find a way to make myself hover. Let's give it a go.
Andy, no!
No, I can't hover!
I could have told you that before you threw yourself out of a helicopter, Donut.
Well, worth a try.
Andy, all you did was fall to the ground. Now, what is this amazing creature you keep referring to that can actually hover?
I'm talking about these spectacular animals. One of my favorites. This is a hummingbird.
Ooh, pretty. And they seem to like you too, Andy.
They might look small and delicate, but these are powerhouses of speed and control. They'll feed on nectar throughout the day because nectar is full of energy.
Ooh, yum, yum, yum.
And they need that energy because these little guys can beat their wings at 5,000 times a minute.
That's 80 times a second.
And that gives them the ability to hover in mid-air above flowers and feed on that energy-rich nectar.
Sweet.
Hummingbirds are unique in being able to hover. No other bird can do it. They effortlessly flick their shoulders and twist their wrists at super speed, making their wings flap in a figure-of-8 motion.
I can't imagine your arms ever moving like that, Andy.
As they rotate, the force of gravity pulling the bird down is matched equally by the lift generated by its fast flapping wings. These hummingbirds are a true wonder of nature.
And you think you can match their feeding while hovering trick, tough guy? No flapping way, buddy.
And he's gone.
A bit like your chances of winning this challenge, Andy.
Animals really are nature's superheroes, and I'm totally in awe. But I'm also seriously competitive, hate being beaten, and I like to win. So, if I'm going to stand a chance against the strongest, fastest, and best designed animals in the world, I need their super skills. And how do I do that? I'm going around the world to find the latest in cutting-edge technology and the experts who can help me transform my body and go beyond bionic. This week, the Beyond Bionic team have set me the daunting challenge of hovering in mid-air like a hummingbird.
Oh, this I have to see.
They have built this 5-metre-high inflatable flower, and I have to hover next to it, then carefully extract some nectar from inside. For a hummingbird, this would be a breeze, but I'm clearly not built to fly up in the air, hover around in one spot, and reach into flowers. First stop on the road to becoming a hummingbird requires me to work out how I can match the hummingbird's super long needle-like beak, which it uses to reach the sugary nectar hidden deep within flowers. Hummingbirds' beaks can grow up to 10 centimetres in length. Remarkably, that is so big that it can sometimes be longer than their entire body.
There's no grub they can't grab. Good luck matching that.
Let's face it, even if I told as many fibs as Pinocchio, my nose still wouldn't be anywhere near long enough. But I have a few ideas on how to make my arms longer. Sort of. Come on, follow me.
Come on, Andy. Get a move on and shed some light on your plan.
The simplest way for me to reach further is extend my arm and grip. And I'm hoping one of these bits of kit can help me.
Cool array of kit, Andy. Hey, hang on, stop there. Did I just spot a pooper scooper?
Don't worry, it's clean. I won't be using it for you-know-what. I want to find out which bit of kit best matches the reach and grip of the hummingbird's beak. So it's time to put them to the bionic test.
Ooh, fun! This is like one of those wacky game shows. Can we call it the Great British Beak Off? Well, I'm ready. The studio audience is in. And hey, look who's streaming the action live via Netflaps. There should be loads of lols. Okay, let's meet the contenders. A pooper scooper, a fruit picker, a garden grabber, a litter picker, a pool net, a drone, and a vacuum cleaner.
Round 1 is all about grip. Hummingbirds lap up nectar with their sticky tongues, and their top beak overlaps their bottom beak so no nectar can escape. What I've got to do is pick up the glass balls and then move them safely into the bucket without them smashing on the ground. And I can't step out of this box. First up, pooper scooper.
This idea stinks.
Oh, okay. I have not got a good grip of this at all.
A little precarious, this one, Andy. Can't imagine you using it while airborne.
Next up, the fruit picker.
At least this one's colorful like a hummingbird.
Okay, that's going to be problematic.
Come on, Andy. Channel your inner hummingbird.
Here we go, right, watch this.
Oh, this game is smashing.
That's a fail.
What's next?
The garden grabber.
Oh, this one looks more like a set of shark jaws, but whatever.
Okay, reach is pretty good. It's a lot heavier, but you know what? I think we are in. Another success. Okay, next up, the litter picker.
I wonder if this one will clean up.
Okay, I've got it, okay. It's good actually, the litter picker is really nice and light. And I can just make the bucket. We are in.
Tidy. Next.
A little drone. And the great thing about this little fella is that it's got a grabber on the front. This'll be fun.
Stop droning on.
Okay, blast off.
Get using that grabber. It's got a real buzz about it, this one. Sounds like a hummingbird. Flies funny, though.
It's a bit hard to control this one. That's just not going to work.
Ah, well, surely the next one will.
Okay, fairly obviously, this is not going to work, I think.
Oh.
Let's try it anyway.
Okay. Ooh, back of the net.
Oh!
Back to the drawing board. But first, just as good second time round.
Next up, the vacuum cleaner. Okay, let's give this a bash.
Let's suck it and see, pal. Lean, Andy, lean. Don't tickle it, lift it.
Okay, this is completely useless. So that's the end of test 1. Only the 2 devices with the best accuracy and grip get to move on to test 2. They are the light, nimble litter picker and the strong, sturdy garden grabber. Round 2 is all about reliability. Hummingbirds can find, extract and expertly lap up their nectar while flapping their wings at 80 beats per second and flying around at speeds of 30 miles per hour.
That's as fast as a rally car doing this. So, what better way to put the last 2 arm extensions through their paces than by strapping them to one of those.
Couldn't have splashed out on a Hummer?
Just like the hummingbird, who drinks its nectar on the move, my 2 arm extensions are going to have to hold on to a sweet, sugary treat for as long as possible.
So, will this test be a piece of cake? Let's find out. First up, the garden grabber.
Floor it, Ian.
Okay, that's been 5 seconds and it's still on there.
All this donutting action and you didn't use donuts. Never mind, how's the cake getting on?
Oh, there goes the cream. And there goes half the cake.
Hummingbirds would never drop that much precious food.
Scum.
Scone.
Scum.
Yeah.
Scone. Hilarious, Ian. This guy's as good at the puns as he is at the wheel spins.
Half of the cake is still hanging on in there.
Oh, and there it goes. Hey. Okay, well, we lost the cream after about 10 seconds. We lost half the cake after about 20 seconds. And the second half fell in my lap after about 30 seconds. So, we'll move on now to the litter picker.
Let's go.
30 seconds is the time to beat. Go, litter picker!
Okay, that's pretty good so far. Oh, we've lost the cherry, but the cake's looking solid.
Try a faster run.
Yeah, fast car. Oh. I don't think it's going anywhere.
I don't think that one's moving.
Not a crumb of cake wasted. This litter picker has cleaned up.
That was 1.5 minutes of dynamite driving, and as you can see, the cake is still completely solid. So, I don't think the litter picker needs a second go. It's the clear winner.
So your version of a beak is gonna be a litter picker? It's so bizarre, I think it might just work.
It had control, it had reliability, so this will become my version of the hummingbird's beak. But now I face the bigger challenge, and that's working out how to hover.
There are over 300 species of hummingbird, all of which live in North and South America. And while they all share the special skill of being able to hover, there's more to these amazing birds. Hummingbirds' brains are huge considering the size of their tiny body. It makes up 4% of their total weight. These mega brains help them remember the location of their favourite flowers and, crucially, when they'll refill with nectar.
Ooh, it's like they've got an inbuilt nectar sat-nav.
If you could ever catch up with a hummingbird, you'd find out these beauties are true featherweights. On average, they weigh as little as a 1-pence coin.
Aww.
But while they may be lightweight, hummingbirds are tough cookies. When diving, they experience G-forces greater than those felt by fighter pilots, but they'll never black out or get a head rush. The hummingbird is clearly a creature of many skills, but I've been set the ultimate hovering challenge.
You're flapping crazy, Andy. How could you ever hover like me?
To match the hummingbird's ability to hover in mid-air, I'll actually need to oppose the force of gravity.
Gravity? What's that again?
Gravity is the force that pulls objects down to Earth.
Oh yeah, I totally knew that.
The heavier an object is, the greater the force of gravity acting on it. This is a particularly tough challenge for me, a non-flying human, because I need to find a device that creates a force to push me up that's equal to the gravity force pulling me down. Only then will I be able to fly and hover like a hummingbird. Humans have long been obsessed with personal flight and perfecting the dream of taking off and flying about like a bird. So much so that new rides like the Kitty Hawk from America, the Volocopter from Germany, and the Aeron's drone from Latvia are being built all the time.
Whoa, so cool. I want one of these awesome contraptions.
In search of some clever tech that can help me in my quest to hover, I'm flying over the Atlantic Ocean to the west coast of America. This quiet, unassuming neighbourhood in San Jose in California is actually home to the next generation of aircraft. It's designed to carry people, cargo, pretty much anything you can think of, but it's not being built in some high-tech hangar, but inside this garage. Come on.
Whoa, properly homemade then.
Ansel, hi. Here I'm meeting inventor Ansel Misfelt. You know, the challenge I've got is to try and hover like a hummingbird, and by the looks of things, you've got something that might be able to help me.
Well, this is the flight cycle, and it lets you fly just like a hummingbird.
It looks like something out of a science fiction film.
Thanks.
Can I jump on board?
Yeah, jump on.
Oh, make yourself at home, why don't you, Andy?
So, how does it work?
Well, it uses a bunch of propellers to generate lift, and the computer controls it and lets you fly it in any direction.
Cool, so it's basically a giant drone.
It's a giant drone, yeah.
So what inspired you to build this?
Well, when I was 14, I loved sleeping in, and I didn't want to wake up early for school.
Me neither.
So I thought, you know, if I could fly there, then I could sleep in that extra 5 or 10 minutes, and that's how this started.
That is awesome.
That's every kid's dream.
The big question is, can I see it in action?
You can, but we don't have a lot of space in here, so why don't we take it someplace else?
Sounds good.
All right.
Having relocated to the flight test zone, Ansel plugs in the batteries, tightens the spinning blades, and jumps into the hot seat of the flight cycle. I'm looking forward to this, but I'm just going to move away to a slightly safer distance.
Very wise, Andy. Safety first.
Okay, here we go.
Is this thing really gonna fly? It looks heavy.
That's incredible. He's actually hovering just like a hummingbird.
Hummingbird's wings beat super fast, generating the lift required to hover. The flight cycle's spin blades do a similar job. As they spin around rapidly, they create enough force to lift the flight cycle and Ansel into the air.
That's awesome. It's really noisy, but then so is the hummingbird.
Sorry, Andy, I can't hear you.
In fact, it's the humming noise their wings make when they beat so fast that gives them their name.
They're not that loud. Although I bet a family gathering sounds a bit like this.
That was brilliant, absolutely phenomenal. So can I have a go?
Sure, it's your turn.
Fantastic, right.
All right, now this is a prototype.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the one controlling it, just for safety.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Time to go bionic.
Please be gentle with him, Ansel.
Here we go. That's us. We're hovering now, just like a hummingbird.
And it's all thanks to Ansel's wizardry on the remote control.
And just like a hummingbird, the flight cycle goes side to side, forward and backwards, and up and down.
This really is a triumph of engineering, a gadget with the sole purpose of making humans hover.
Andy, can we do a job swap? You get all the fun. Looks to me like you've cracked your hovering mission. Are you now ready to take on your final challenge?
That was genuinely incredible. Problem is, for this challenge, I need 2 hands to fly the flight cycle, and then I need a 3rd hand to operate my arm extension litter picker to grab the nectar. Also, the flight cycle is safest when flown below 5 meters in height. And just imagine if its fast spinning blade punctured our huge flower. It's a risk I just can't take. So, I don't think this is the final solution, but I'm a step closer. So while the hummingbird is famous for its long beak and incredible hover, how does this fantastic flyer compare to other superstars of the natural world? Well, hummingbirds boast a unique ability to fly in all directions, forwards, backwards, and sideways, something kestrels can't do.
Whoa, okay, no one likes a show-off. Not very humble, these hummingbirds, are they?
Despite kestrels also being super hoverers, maintaining static positions by flying head-on into the wind at exactly the same speed as the airflow, they can't match the hummingbird's range of movement.
But one direction doesn't make it top of the pops, does it, Andy? Hummingbird wins.
But how do you think a hummingbird and a common urban pigeon stack up when it comes to their metabolic rate?
Big word alert. What you're asking is, which can digest their food fastest?
Well, while both love a good munch, the hummingbird's metabolism is amazingly 12 times as quick as the wily food foraging pigeon. Hummingbirds will eat their own body weight in food every day in order to fuel their busy
Buzzy.
lifestyle. And if they don't eat for a few hours, they can starve.
Oh, I know how they feel. Is it lunch yet?
Finally, check this out. The hummingbird and the red-capped mannequin share a love of dancing.
Shake, shake, shake what your mama gave ya.
But when it comes to attracting a mate, it's the hummingbird that has the fastest footwork.
Ooh, with moves like that, they'll soon be winging their way onto strictly hum dancing.
Time for my final challenge, and I've hot-footed it to the American city of San Diego. Here, where the Pacific Ocean laps the west coast of America, I'll endeavour to match a hummingbird once and for all.
The pressure's on. So how are you getting in the zone?
Well, I've got to get some practice in, haven't I?
Right, but you've got a challenge to nail. Get to it.
To match the hummingbird and win today's challenge, I need to get airborne and hover as close to this 5-metre high flower as possible before extracting some sweet nectar from its centre.
And I think I've got just a bit of kit to give me the hovering control I need. That is flyboarding.
The flyboard is an ingenious invention. The jet ski pumps 60 litres of seawater every second up the 18-metre long black pipe. This water is then pushed out of the foot plates at high speed and high pressure. This provides the thrust I need to counter the pull of gravity. The man on hand to train me up is flyboard extraordinaire, Paul.
Mate, that looked absolutely amazing. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it about 5 years.
5 years?
Yep.
Okay, well I need that 5 years of knowledge and experience kind of now. Can you help me out?
5 years? You've only got 10 minutes till the end of the show. Let's fast forward this bit.
You want to use your feet, slight movements.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the turn, I'm just going to go like that.
Yep. And remember, it's all in your feet.
Well, that all seems to make sense. Let's go and see if I can manage it out on the water.
All right, Andy, are you ready?
As the water rushes out beneath my feet, I begin to rise upwards. The feeling is like nothing I've ever experienced. The raw power is so intense, I can't control it enough to keep my balance.
I'll say, not quite the effortless grace of the hummingbird. Take 3. Oh, wipe out. Take 4.
This is really cool.
Oh yes! Hang on, Andy. You look like a superhero. You are unstoppable. Oh, bad luck.
Determined to get better though, I keep persevering.
When you feel like you're going backwards, remember just push down your toes, bring your midsection up, and then that will correct you.
And slowly, but surely, the hummingbird-like hover begins to appear.
Nice, Andy!
First 2 or 3 goes did not go well. Painfully unwell, in fact, when I hit the water, but once you just relax into it, don't overthink it, just go with the flow. Yeah, it's going all right.
I've got to hand it to you, Andy. You're a trier.
Yeah!
It's a start, Big Bird, but in the challenge, you'll need to hover effortlessly in one spot while using your litter picker with precision. And that'll be tough.
It's quite easy to go in nice, slow circles, but that's not what I've got to do for this challenge. I need to be hovering static in one place, and that is much, much, much harder. When you think about it, the hummingbird does that with such absolute grace and precision, and it has to get that nectar it needs to survive. I'm still nowhere near as good as a hummingbird.
While Andy's off catching his breath, can I tell you what I've been wondering about? What if hummingbirds were the size of humans? Well, they'd need to drink loads of sweet nectar to keep their energy up. To do this, they'd have to drink a can of sugary pop every minute of the day. And what if we had the same heartbeat rate as a hummingbird? Well, our heart would pump blood 20 times quicker, increasing the speed from 1 to a whopping 20 beats per second. What if, like the hummingbird, you had to eat your own body weight in food every day? Well, you'd need to munch your way through 30 large pizzas every 24 hours. The dream.
Time to return to my challenge. With the help of the hands-free flyboard, I'm going to attempt to become a human hummingbird and hover in one spot to extract nectar from a 5-metre high inflatable flower.
Right then, Birdman. How are you feeling?
Training is done. Now it's time to step up for the challenge. And it is a step up because I no longer have all that space to kind of move around and try and keep my balance. Now I've got to hover in one very specific point. Be very precise and try and hold that as I lean out all off balance with this thing and try and get the honey and then get out there before I fall flat into the flower. Okay, time to go bionic.
To succeed, I have to get everything right all at once. My speed, height, balance, and arm position must be perfect. If not, I'll miss or drop the nectar.
And these guys definitely don't like a nectar dropper. Don't worry, I've got faith in you, Andy.
As I spot the flower ahead, my angle of attack is good.
Your speed looks spot on too.
But as I lift my litter picker and lean forward towards the nectar jar, my balance goes, and before I know it, I've missed.
Oh man, that's not good.
I'm starting to realise just how exhausting it is to be a hungry hummingbird. Getting your hover height, approach speed, and beak angle just right requires perfect coordination and laser focus.
And remember, no food can be fatal for hummingbirds. So while failing once is okay, failing twice is definitely game over.
Well, if they don't give up, neither will I. I need to get this nectar, and I'm determined to grab it on this flight.
Go on, my friend. I am pumped. Hover like no human before you.
As I rise up, my balance feels good. My speed and approach is better. I'm hovering at the perfect height.
Grab it, Andy. Grab it.
Come on, litter picker. Don't let me down now.
Yeah!
You did it.
Yeah! Yes! This is awesome!
Finally, everything came good, and my challenge ends in sweet triumph.
Our very own Beyond Bionic honey, straight from our giant flower. It was all about small, tiny movements and trying to be as graceful as a hummingbird.
I gotta hand it to you, Andy. You've come a long way since that game show on the farm. I'm buzzing for you.
Thanks to cutting-edge technology, I have gone truly beyond bionic and matched the hummingbird at its own game.
Well, I'd call that challenge a success, but only because I put into place what I'd learned from watching the hummingbird, how they can move up and down, sideways, back and forth with real precision and agility. Yes, the hummingbird is the true hovering superstar of nature.